you know what I'm saying, speaking on the fact that, like, hey, like, so much history in Atlanta,
That's what I'm saying.
like from before that, it was a good conversation. During that, it was a good conversation. I want y'all to be a part of it, like, you know what I mean?
That's because we want it as authentic as
Authentic.
possible, bro.
Authentic.
All right.
It's rolling.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
been
it's
rolling.
rolling.
But no, that's that yeah, that whole Dion thing, bro. It's interesting. Cause so let me hear your perspective on it in terms of is the football side or in general.
I think as far as like the in general side of it, like the whole grand scheme of things, I talked to my mom about it. She was like, he's making so much money for him to do that, but she didn't say it like he's also making so much money for like white people.
I agree.
So
I get where you going with this. We can
so
go.
it's like I'm not necessarily trying to go there, but
No,
I'm
we
just saying
can.
we could go there though.
Because when it first, it's interesting you say that because when he first went to Colorado, my brother had made a point. He was like, it ain't necessarily I have an issue with Dion. It's just and Charleston White made these same points. He had these same sentiments. He was like, you know, what happened to the hashtag APCU move? It just kind of completely shifted. And you know how a lot of black people move when they get on the bandwagon or something. We with that, bro, and especially with somebody that's hip in the culture, like it's a wrap.
So I read something that said like he ended up making about like 90 something million in the first two
He
weekends.
making them bank.
Like this is something that Boulder, Colorado has never seen before.
Yeah.
Now I completely, commend him for bringing his
100.
his sons.
Salute to him, and he doing what he's supposed to be doing for us.
Yeah. Like I commend him for bringing his sons and stuff like to a situation and being
As a
able
father,
to,
for sure.
like make sure. But I think that's where the focus should be.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what a lot of people don't understand about what he's doing. He is trying to bring like his son, like light to his sons to be able to make it to the next level.
Right.
Like don't he may help some individuals, some HBCU people that kind of went from Jackson State to Colorado. He may help some individual stories along the way, but at the same time, please don't be fooled.
Yeah, exactly.
But he sells a great dream, and I think
absolutely.
That's where my people.
He's a master marketer.
Yes.
Prom is a master marketer.
Yes.
And I went to school for digital marketing, so anytime I see somebody pull a marketing play, I'm like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Even I be seeing the other sides of it, but from a marketing standpoint, I'm like, I see what he doing.
So that's where I'm with it. Like it's like you literally like you're exposing that what people want to see, and you're making sure that while you're exposing the behind the scenes, the other different ways of viewing football for most people, you get to that point where it's like you showing them like, okay, like my office, like think about how many people never seen a head coach's office until they saw Dion in the office. That's fine. Like you never seen it. Like he's showing y'all that. That's marketing. He's showing y'all that, okay, look at my office, but he's also showing his son is showing the view that is from Boulder, Colorado, like, oh, there's mountains in the background, stuff like that.
And the thing I want people to really understand is take that the anger and aggression away from Dion and put that on the black community as a whole, because it's like Dion's exposing a lot of small nuances that may go over a lot of people's head, to where he's showing how the impact he has, but he also showing how quick with the win. A lot of our people go with something. It's just they just up and all. They forget the main root of why they was even really there. If you was really there for the HBCUs for the black positivity, you still be watching them. But it was for prom though. If we really get into it, it's for prom. And I have everybody rock with prom. But let's call it what it is with a lot of our people, bro. It's just we go for the clout, bro.
You feel me? And you see that y'all are now just watch the celebrities as well. They are showing y'all they're going for Deion Sanders.
Them folks is not going up to Jackson State.
How many people have been to Jackson State to a Jackson State game and look at the numbers? I don't even know.
Yeah.
But last year, 2 years ago, this is the most we didn't ever seen an FCS team, a black FCS team have and stuff like that. Like, y'all don't even know the score of Jackson State last game.
I don't really care to. And it's, again, we're just bringing both of the perspectives from the situation because I think people get in that closed mind of thinking, oh, no, man, Deion's not in the wrong. And I wouldn't say he is in the wrong because first we got to stop. Here's number one. We got to stop expecting entertainers and athletes to be the change and shift in our culture.
And
that's where we go wrong.
Just one person.
That's where we have our issue at because none of these other cultures or races are looking at entertainers or athletes or none of these people to be the head person of shifting movements, monumental movements within the culture, bro. It's a big task.
Like that's like placing them on a God level, and you can't do that. Like we the only culture that kind of do that for someone. Like you know what I mean? Like like it's no reason why he should feel like he has to stay at HBCU football for a great amount of time. It's no reason why he should feel that.
It should exactly right. Yeah.
You know,
burden.
Burden. Y'all should have never even gave him that. I ain't gonna say never gave him that status. I understand he's an ex-football player, famous football player. You know, I get. You know, he.
But the amount of things y'all was expecting from this one man,
one individual,
it's like, come on now.
Y'all can like we could have challenged the HBCU culture when he was there, as far as like, okay, so. Y'all see what they doing down there at Jackson. Shoot, why y'all don't want to pack out an Alabama State game?
Right.
Alabama State has one of the best FCS stadiums in America.
100.
Like, they have some of the best facilities. Why are we not making sure that this 30,000 seat stadium is not filled every day?
No, I agree. It's definitely causes for conversation, and Deion's making a lot of people a lot of money, bro. And that's why it went from, a lot of these analysts saying, Prom's not going to do this and this and that. It's probably still a couple of them saying that. But now it's more so you seeing Prom everywhere because he's making so many people so much money. It's just, salute to any black man that can be that type of impact in any situation or any place in life.
And a lot of people don't understand that he did graduate from a HBCU.
100.
So he did he I'm not gonna say he's done his fair share for the black college, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he don't need it, but he graduated from Talladega College down in Florida. Like he didn't graduate from Florida State, so he's giving them some of his money. He's went back and then coached HBCU football. So at what point do we just go ahead and applaud him and say, congratulations, you did, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your turn, you did what you were supposed
exactly.
to do. And now it's our job to either keep the ball rolling.
As a collective, bro, not one person. We quick to do that, bro.
Keep the ball rolling.
We love, you good on pictures, Mom? All right. I didn't know if you wanted to get out or not or whatnot, because it's real tight over there.
I was trying to get the sign. One more. Okay.
All right. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Round of applause for my dudes. But the black, we had this thing where we picked this one person. It's like, okay, we're gonna pick this one person to do all these things while the rest of us
we just sit back and watch.
Okay, good job. He doing it. Man, why he ain't doing it like how? If you want it done a certain way, go
Get
get
up
out
and
there and
do
do
it.
it, bro.
Get
like,
up and do
that
it.
be my issue. Is just we look for that one leader, and when that one leader do something wrong, or in recent, wouldn't say recent history, but in previous times and many times in history, that leader get taken out, and everybody sit down look like a lump on the log, looking foolish.
Because y'all didn't. So that's what I kind of like. I don't want to say I said earlier, but that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's more so like, okay, so while we sitting here congratulating him, what are y'all doing behind the scenes?
Right.
What are we doing behind
Tangible
the scenes?
things that can, like, you know what I'm saying?
What are we doing? But so now
Support
we
is a
see
verb.
this opportunity, and that's where our culture goes wrong a lot. We see this opportunity, but what are we doing behind the scenes to kind of make sure we can keep this ball rolling? So, for instance,
Add to the snowball effect.
For instance, with us, it's like, okay, we see that we're getting some type of traction. You know what I mean? What can we do to kind of see how we can keep this ball rolling? What we want to do? Like, where do we see this going? Let's go ahead and, try to make it more intimate. Let's go ahead and
Set up our own studio. You know what I'm saying? Find different ways.
Like, it's just different ways for you to be able to then create. I mean, not create, but the scene or the spotlight has been set, right?
100.
But you got to create that motion of continuous elevation.
Facts.
And that's where a lot of our culture doesn't do. Like, they just would rather say, okay, I'm content with where we at, or what happened, or when it did happen. And it's like, okay, that's it.
Nah, I agree.
That's it.
It be frustrating because black people don't like to talk about this type of stuff. They just you'll get labeled as hating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
nah,
boy,
bro. You get labeled as hating. It's like, nah, we just pointing out what needs to be pointed.
Yeah, that's the quickest way. I mean, even I was at a watch party, not too long ago.
Yeah.
And not too long ago. Yesterday, I was at a watch party and we was just talking about.
And you low key could scoot over to the left a little bit.
This way.
That way.
This way.
Just a little bit. That's good, right there. Boom.
We too close.
Oh, what you saying?
But it's just I didn't even know where the camera was.
Oh yeah,
it's more so like wildland.
Well, it's we definitely knew we about to get a wildlands for sure though. That's why I had to have it back so far because it's not a wildlands. So yeah.
Okay, so we need this.
Yeah, we about to get one. My mom's about to get one of them anyway. So.
What were we talking about?
I don't know, bro. We just get here talking, bro. But
what were we talking about? Oh, the whole thing is as Dion, we was watching Colorado and then we started watching Georgia or whatnot. But I think our whole situation, and I ain't gonna make this whole situation about Dion or this whole conversation about Dion, but at the end of the day, I think it was like when I started then saying, okay, certain things, you know what I mean, that they got to make sure they're doing for themselves, like the players. Like, oh, he need to stay there, or I said, I don't see why he would stay there. I don't see him staying there long, my perspective, and I don't think that anyone of my culture should want him to stay there long, because then you're going and putting it in their pockets and not ours. I think that he'll end up, me personally, just from, like you said, the marketing perspective, the marketing mind, I think he'll market his sons as long as possible. Whether his sons decide, or the youngest son decides to stay there longer, I think that's what he'll be. And this ain't no sports channel.
No, it's not.
It's not no sports channel. So let me not get in there.
Yeah.
But I think I see him being able to try to market his son at different levels. I think LeVar Ball walked so Dion can run.
Absolutely, he definitely did, and people don't. He don't get enough credit.
He does not get enough credit.
He don't get enough credit, bro.
And I think that this is a great way of parenting, or a great way of supporting your children.
Absolutely, because it's in the public eye, so people can see, like, and it gives a different representation, and that's what we don't know how to control our image, bro. So when we do get somebody that control our image, I want to be very clear, like, we support black man pushing his sons, of course, 100%. Our issue is more so with our community, not the individual.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the community that's like, we all rock with prom, cool, but the way some of y'all just up and like, all right,
Thought he was gonna save your
yeah,
career or your life or
like,
your
come
son,
on now.
like, or expecting him to stay in certain situation to help you out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's just unrealistic. It's just unrealistic. So I just.
But I mean, a lot of our people have very unrealistic expectations just about life, bro.
Yeah.
We've come to be a very unrealistic people, bro. It's just I don't get it. We so out of touch with reality, and we want to accomplish all these different things as a whole, but it's just we're not being real with ourselves and where we are as a collective in today's time, bro. Financially, emotionally, physically, none of that, bro. We just not where we need to be mentally to accomplish the things we keep talking about we want to accomplish, bro. It's just
I will agree with that wholeheartedly because I mean, so we talk about all these things of, the young people, generational curses, right?
yes,
We talk about generational curses all the time. We're like, it's hard being the first, person in my household that went to college, or it's hard being, my first person that's with a corporate job or trying to be in a corporate America and things of that sort. So with those conversations of saying that it's hard, what are we doing? You know what I mean?
And it's a lot of our people that just to like to talk about these things to make them it's kind of weird because it's people infatuate and they have this love of talking about the issues but not having any plan to work through these solutions. And that's where the real work is at, bro.
And so I mean, it starts with yourself. So it starts within yourself. Exactly, and I think that's what we talk about a lot in our podcast because, and even on the 2020 Visions YouTube channel, Zay has his own separate, YouTube channel that he speaks on these things.
Dropping some game.
I mean,
every other day.
And I listen.
Appreciate it.
And I listen. Just being even though we have our conversations about it, but just having your own perspective on it and listening to your perspective, it gives me some insight on, kind of how I feel about the situation, or ways that I can implement certain things into my life. And not saying you got the answers, and not saying we got the answers when we come on. Bro. It's just your perspective of it. And it's I really, applaud you and appreciate the fact that you can articulate your perspective on the way, of how to move forward.
100. Instead of just
culture,
yapping about the issue.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people may think the way you think, but they can't articulate, right?
And that's a very interesting point you brought up because that's what kind of migrated me towards listening to 19 Keys. I was just listening to him in my room because I've noticed a lot of people do have these type of thoughts, especially his thoughts, but the way he's able to articulate it, it's like, there you go. Yeah, that's what you know what I'm saying? I was trying to say that's what I was trying to. So I appreciate that because I pride myself in being able to have that gift to be able to articulate. Because I don't think I'm above anybody. I'm sure there's other people who have the same type of thoughts that I have, but my gift to be able to articulate it is what materialize it into words to where people can grasp it and how can I say relate to it in a sense.
They're able to relate to it, then they're able to implement certain stuff into their lives or certain words into their lives.
Right, bro.
And then they're able to manifest where they want to be.
Right.
I think I want to touch back on the point that you made about the fact that we aren't socially, or not socially, emotionally, physically ready to even to elevate as a whole, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because at the end of the day, it's been times where, even myself included, you say you want one thing, but you're doing something completely different. You're not doing something that aligns with what you say you want. And in order to change those things, you got to make small agreements to yourself.
You have to. That's the biggest key, like them small agreements, because people think it got to be some big monumental thing every time. No, because when you think about it, you don't get to the big things without the small things. So the small things is really the big
It's
thing,
the
bro.
minute
Yeah,
details.
bro.
It's about
telling you,
okay, you
brick
sitting
by
here
brick.
saying, okay, what's your alarm or what time you gonna wake up?
Right.
Just from even what time you gonna wake up. If you say I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. every day, just for 6 months,
6 months.
you'll see your life change in that small span of time. Because really, 6 months is just a speck of time.
Telling you, and you know who started to notice it? The people around you started to notice it even before you, because you
Faster,
get into a
faster.
routine to where it's like it become a lifestyle. So you
And-
ain't really even paying attention to the differences that happen. But the people that you used to be around or you still around, they be like, damn, like
Yeah.
you know,
Like-
they start picking that
Like
up.
even and it's not about. I think oftentimes we make excuses about not to ourselves, right? So like let's say, like I said, just something small as I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. for 6 months, right? Like just wake up at 5 a.m.
Right.
And we don't necessarily. I'm not telling you to go work out. I'm not telling you to read. I'm not telling you to do some yoga. I'm not telling you to do anything. You just want to wake up at 5 a.m. Right? It's oftentimes where you're doing that, and then like it's like, okay, well I ain't sleep at home, so I ain't gotta wake up at 5 a.m. So if I was able to sleep at your house and still wake up at 5 a.m., you would notice that before.
Exactly.
You say,
Absolutely. I'm like, God damn, well, you
I
on
mean,
your
like, you know,
yeah,
I mean,
facts.
if you aren't necessarily waking up at that
100,
time by
yeah.
yourself. So it's like those little things, like you.
And it becomes contagious, bro.
So then they like, oh, well, what make you want to? You know, I just
Yeah,
want
you
to get
get
my day
interested,
started
yeah.
earlier.
100.
You know what I mean? I kind of want to set my mental clock
Telling you,
up.
bro.
And when we are making those small, like I said, small agreements, and then passing them on to the youth and as well, you start to see that the development in our minds,
Yeah.
the development in our everyday walk of life
Facts.
starts to change. So then the kid don't necessarily think like, oh man, I'm going to school because they say I gotta go to school. It's I want to learn.
Right. That's a great
I
point you
be
make.
educated.
Yeah, because up in my YMCA, one thing I always take with me is a book. Right now, I'm reading The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. So anytime I finish my workout and I'm waiting on my yoga class or my stretch class, I'm reading the book outside the class, waiting for the class to end. And once I finish that class, I go over to the bleachers, sitting out in the sun and reading a book. And sometimes kids be walking by, and even if they don't say nothing, I just want to be that visual of them seeing, you know, he don't look like a nerd, but he reading. He in shape. He fit. He look cool, but he reading. Like it's cool to be intelligent, bro. That's what I want. Even when the elders see me, this one lady, she came and started talking. She's just like, I just had to come talk to you because I seen you reading. It's just So being able to put that visual out into our community and start changing our image is so powerful, bro.
And it's bad. I mean, it's good that you are that image, right? But it's bad that is the.
Absolutely, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You are not the rule. You're the exception.
Except that's because people look at me like
bad.
that's I agree because people definitely look at me like the exception.
I mean, it's just even okay. I could take it back to I just started my new job a couple months ago or whatnot, but I'm just people can see, like you said, the changes that you make, but also, like I said, I don't want to be the exception. So I go in. I'm usually going in the office or whatnot. I sit down, and I got the supervisor and things of that such. They come by and just say, hey, speak in the morning or whatnot. We get about a cool little 10, 15-minute breaks here and there, 10, 15 minutes, just a free time, do what you want to do. And even at lunch, we get, some time to ourselves. Yeah. So I started to see myself like, at first, it's like, I'm not really doing anything. It's just mindless, like, just sitting here just thinking. And then I said, I could just bring a book.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not doing nothing.
Yep.
I'm sitting in this office. I can't really. It's not enough time to where I can go do something super productive, like go work out or work on my physical health. It's nothing that I can go get some water, and then by the time I come back, I just get a little book, read 5 minutes of page.
That's it, bro. And now you slowly building that habit. Yep.
So then somebody even walked by. One of my supervisors even walked by, and she said,
So I catch you.
You good looking and you reading.
It's an eye catcher. Hey, I'm telling you, fellas, especially. I'm not saying just to be reading for look. I mean, to get eyes that you'll fly from women, but
Not at all.
it's a plus, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Even if they don't really know much about what you're reading, just to see you reading, it's like it's a breath of fresh air to them.
Yeah, because I mean, it's so many other things that you could be doing, or you got your phone, so you got that
right. So that's a constant battle you got to be with. Like, I could just pick up my phone, and that's immediate dopamine hits and dopamine pleasure.
Dopamine hits. It's mindless scrolling. It's whatever you want to do, but to even just say, instead of picking up my phone, I'm just gonna pick up this book.
I'm gonna deny that and take it. Yep,
Man,
I agree.
It's just.
It's a powerful feeling too.
It's a powerful feeling because she's like, oh no, wait, I hope that didn't offend you, and I was like, if anything, it felt like a compliment in today's age because.
Because you knew exactly what she meant. Because it's like it's like you said, it looked at the exception.
She's like, wow, like you don't see young men your age that look like you reading in this episode. If y'all see this episode,
if they see it,
it was a success.
We working with it, but if they see it, they see it. You know what I'm saying? But
it's trial and error.
But it's like just being transparent, like just like. I'm on camera and working the, you know what I'm saying, and working the camera, working the audio, and so it's like,
I mean, we ain't faking the phone.
No, we not.
We
not. You know what I'm saying? This real deal, like we jumping out in the waters and trying to make this shake, but we doing it for y'all, we doing it for us, and we doing it to where we doing it for where this can go, not where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna start to in later episodes, we're gonna start to. I ain't gonna say later episodes, but just. We're gonna start to dive into some personal experiences, some personal stories. Like you said, we got some
stories.
Bro. You know what I mean? Like we didn't made it more intimate. We're gonna start.
People probably holding their breath on that when we get to the store. We ain't gonna
name no name. We gonna name drop. We
gonna name drop. Alias names. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't gonna name drop.
But it's gonna be fun, bro. Like they gonna really start getting to see us in our
interactions.
Exactly, bro.
And what. How do we get here?
Yeah.
Because you think we always had this type of mindset, or not necessarily. We grew. We might have had this mindset, but it definitely need to be groomed.
Yeah.
It had
Character
to be,
development.
Yeah, it had to be developed. It had to be. It had to go through its other stages. We had to go through other stages of
we had our stages, bro.
The BS.
Absolutely, bro.
We wasn't always what people would say like. On track.
Yeah. And I mean, you ask anybody 5 years ago, they wouldn't think I would be like on a platform speaking publicly because I'm still a laid back person, but I've learned how to transmute that into speaking when I need to speak. You know what I'm saying? Give knowledge because that's my purpose in life. But a couple years ago, people wouldn't have been able to predict I will be on because I'm the introvert type. You more so like the extrovert, and that's how we move out in public. Like even when we talking to women, like we kind of like that. We flow like that. You kind of more so the extroverted. I'm the introverted, but it works perfectly because we ain't stepping on each other's toes.
Yeah, it's real Kobe and Shaq.
Real talk, bro. I say that all the time.
Shaq the goofball, gonna talk first. That's me. You know what I mean? Gonna talk, make a joke, and then he Kobe like, look, you know what I mean?
In fact, though,
I don't know what he talking about, or he might know what I'm talking about. Like, but this is a great guy.
Yeah, my dog though. Yeah, he mean well.
Yeah, real so talk, it's bro. Like it's real Kobe and Shaq vibe. So with both of us, it's just it works.
It does, bro.
You can see it in the way that we talk every day, and a lot of people don't understand that. With me and you, it's just like we reiterate this all the time, but we don't talk all day 24/7.
No, we don't, bro.
25/8. No. This is not somebody, but this is somebody that every time we do talk, it's never a step missing.
It's meaningful, yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's never a step missing. And
this how when you got to, if you got to talk to somebody every day to keep that connection there. Maybe it ain't as real as you think it is, bro.
It ain't real.
Because we've dealt with people like that. It was like we stopped talking to them every day. It just wasn't the same no more, bro.
It ain't the same. And then, the older you get, to younger viewers or even our older viewers, the older you get or as time matures, life happens, right? So people that understand that life happens, y'all tend to not talk every day.
Right.
But that doesn't it doesn't mean that the relationship is still not there.
Exactly, bro.
You living your life, right? And I'm living my life. And when things are, around, or when
it aligns for us to come together.
when the opportunity presents itself, great. It
Right.
shouldn't be any, animosity or like, oh, you can't talk to me. That's called codependency.
Absolutely.
And a lot of us have that codependency because we need that outside validation.
Constantly.
But me and you, I think we came to the point where we never needed that outside validation. We never needed, you know what I mean, like even the validation for one another, like to the point where like you got to talk to me all the time, every day, or you got to speak to me just to know we friends.
Yeah, if you my dog, you my dog.
Regardless.
I judge people off of actions and acts of loyalty and how they move. So if I don't talk to somebody a year, but I've known they have a consistent record of showing up when they say they gonna show up, be accountable to themselves, having self-awareness, and just moving with loyalty, I'll take that person over somebody who I talk to every day.
And don't never come
you know
to anything, any event
you
that
feel
you
me,
have.
bro?
You talk to him every day, but you know what I mean? Or you talk to them every day.
Come on, bro.
Always an excuse.
Come on,
what?
bro. Come on, man. Like, and I think people have those. It's interesting because I think some people are like that. They always talk to you, always want to be around you. So it kind of makes up for them not having to show that true loyalty of being there, like for real, in real form.
It masquerades
it's a facade, bro. It's
like,
a facade.
Last time I checked up on you, like I talk to you every day.
It's like, okay,
you ain't talking about nothing when you talk to me though. Like
it's just like you just filling space, and it's more so really for you to.
So I can help you with your problems,
exactly,
right?
bro.
Because you really just being an energy vampire at this point, honestly. And it's a lot of those out there.
Yo, energy, bro. Oh man, I don't know what. But we about to keep this rolling. I don't know what time we on yet. Yeah. But energy vampires, bro.
It's one of those. It's one of those things and ones where, look, man, like, y'all can keep it.
Yo, cause I've dealt with so many of them, and energy vampires, they get so mad when you take back control of your energy, and it's like, nigga, this is my energy. You got me.
Hey.
I'm like, bro, what?
Okay, so boom. I sit here. I ain't gonna name no names, right? But I sit here and just think about it, like, right? And the older I got, the more I was able to see it, the faster, fast, right? So I think this was probably like back in 2019, 2020 is where, we sitting in COVID happened. Yeah. So now we sitting inside.
I seen so much that
it was just an eye-opening experience, right? So I'm just, like peeping vibes, right? Just peeping vibes. And then I'm able to, like, we inside more. So now I'm able to be a little bit more self-conscious of what I'm putting into my brain, what's happening. And so I end up, I ain't gonna name no names, but just like peeping, I'm like, you only come around, right, when I'm in good spirits. When shit look like it's going the way it's supposed to go.
That's it,
or when you know what I'm saying, you only come around in order to get good energy
off
of me.
To be a part of the environment, bro.
Like, only come around when it's that.
Dog.
When your life good, my life good, that's when you be around. That's when you like. And even if my life good and your life not good, you will come around.
You gonna come around and get that energy.
And
exactly.
You just wanna be around me. Like, you just wanna, like. And so then I had peeped that jump, and I said, hey, listen, I feel like it's no reason why your energy should be based off how I feel or what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
I don't want to be in control. I always tell people, I don't want to be in control of your emotions. Please control your own emotions. Please control your own emotions. I don't want to be the reason why you sad today. I don't want to be the reason why you mad today. Don't let me have any control over that.
Absolutely.
I want to be the parsley on every dish.
Absolutely.
That junk parsley is
That's a bar.
I want to be the parsley on every dish. You don't need parsley worth nothing.
No.
It just make it look
exactly.
good.
You need to be the main dish for your energy.
You
and
need
all
to be
that,
the main
bro.
ingredients, the main like the
side dish
design.
and the drink.
You need. I just want to come in. You know
That's
when the
it.
little chefs throw a little parsley on there,
That's
just
it.
say we got some greenery on that thing.
I'm telling you, bro.
I want to be that. I don't want to be the main ingredients. You missing whole milk and stuff, or like, you know what I mean? You missing salt and pepper, and that was like one of the first two things that should have been added.
Yeah, bro.
And you want me to be that? No.
Yeah, it's crazy because we've both dealt with energy vampires. Like I dealt with dudes that was energy vampires, where it's like, you know, if you ain't your emotion ain't certain right, they like. Dudes are sometimes worse than women when it comes to that, bro. In terms of like the wanting to be around emotion when it's lit, low key fam. Like let's set that record straight on that. Dudes low key worse than women because yeah. So when the motion ain't motioning, like they start to ease back and they'll watch you from afar to wait to see like, oh, they really doing it though? No, I don't know yet. They doing it, but not just yet. Don't go just yet, bro. Just let them keep building. Okay, now we go. And it's the thing is, I expect this from women because I dealt with this with women in the past. Like, you know, women will come along, they see you lit, and you know, they kind of had this conception in their mind that it was probably more so bigger. It's not as big as they thought it was, so they kind of like to start to, you know, lean back and fall back. And I have no issue with that. You know, women are pergamous by nature, so you know, you're biologically you're biologically set to seek social advancement. You know what I'm saying? So I expect that from women, even through certain things like women would hit me up for advice and whatnot. Because I've always been good at giving advice. So even like back in high school or in college, like women would hit me up for advice. You know, as they feel like their life got better, they kind of, you know, dipped off or ghosted, and it's just like cool. Like I ain't never tripping, but it just comes down to a point of seeing these people for what they are. They're energy vampires. Cause a lot of these people, they don't have the peace within. So when they see that person with that peace within, it's an aura. Like they see that aura, and it's hard to hide that aura. The higher your frequency becomes. So when they see it, these are the people that's usually extremely nice to you. They'll try to seem like they're going out their way for you, but it be little small things. And they'll just like kind of compliment you a lot and try to cater to your ego. Like I can't remember who said it. He said Andre 3000. He said, you don't know who the hater niggas cater to your ego. So you really don't. Sometimes you don't know because sometimes these people that zap your energy that just in it for their own good, they'll be catering to your ego. You think they really rocking with you? Nah, they just boost you up so they can boost you and get up out of there. You dig what I'm saying? So real talk, bro.
Yeah, that's a bar.
Hey, it's interesting, bro. Just studying people, dog.
And the more you start to just see, you take yourself outside of your body.
Take a step back and
take
just
a step
look,
back
bro.
and just see how people interact, not only with you but with other people. You're able to tell those people right off the bat, because it's people in your everyday life. Whether you know what I'm saying, like I said, work a 9 to 5, you play for a sports team, whether you are a entrepreneur and have clients, you can see those people
Absolutely.
because they come in many shapes and forms, and one of the ones is like you said, they boost your ego. So a client may say, you know, somebody you may be taking pictures for, I really enjoy your work. I just really, but can I get a discount?
Yeah, that boy.
But can I get a discount when it comes to that?
And
I thought you really enjoyed my work.
And just a small tangent on that. I'm gonna let you get back to what you're speaking on. I don't think people understand how disrespectful that is to ask an entrepreneur for a discount or even to do something free. You're insinuating that what I do is not good enough for the compensation I asked for.
Yeah. And why did you even call me if you felt that way?
The audacity, first off.
Just don't buy my product. If you don't rock with it.
It just be little small things like that. People can't even internalize the type of feelings that you put another person through because you're so self-centered on wanting to have something for a cheaper price, but you're not willing to put yourself in that entrepreneur shoes and think, how would I have felt somebody asked me for a discounted price or do something for free, knowing I'm trying to make a living off this eventually?
Well, yeah, I mean, just think about it. You're not even an entrepreneur. Like, that person may not be an entrepreneur, right? But how about if you go to work, right, and you do your work,
And
and they say, and the boss man say, we're gonna give you half your paycheck today.
Exactly. You gonna lose it.
You gonna raise hell in there.
Exactly. And if you ask an entrepreneur that, what the scenario you just brought up, and that entrepreneur had a irate reaction, oh, now they unprofessional. But it's like,
No,
come on now.
like, you know what I mean? So it was
That double-edged sword. Like, people are very contradicting in their actions, not just their words, bro. Like, it's a lot of people out here who,
like I said, they energy vampires.
Yeah,
though.
they
Like,
are,
that's
bro.
that's a different type of energy vampire when somebody does that. Like, when, oh, I really rock with you, da 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 da. But hey, man, man, I ain't got all of it right now. What can you work out for me? Like,
and then to even put me in that position, it's like, bro, why you even? Come on, man. Like,
I thought you was just rocking with my product.
yeah.
Though.
Like,
But
why?
now I feel disrespected because now I fastly peep that you,
Yeah.
like I said, you are like energy vampire. You are somebody that is not really rocking with what you say you rocking with. Like, you're not even impeccable on your word, shawty. You just said you was rocking with it. That means you willing to pay the price that I'm asking for.
It's
If it's not something that you know what I'm saying, want or per se see the value in, then you don't really like the work as
not
much.
as you say you do.
So cool. Pass on it.
That's it.
But don't ask me for a discounted price.
Yeah.
And as a person that's not necessarily entrepreneur, I mean, I understand it. I come from.
It's just common human decency. Like, it's just I don't get it. People are so removed from being humane individuals that they think being humane is something. They think it's so hard to be, or they don't even really know what it looks like because they've been away from it so long. That's just the environment we live in as a whole. It's people have been inhumane for so long they don't even know what it looks like. So we out here like preaching and telling people to, oh, you gotta start living this way. They don't even know what that look like because their whole life they've never even seen it, even from passed down through family. Like some people, family they never seen what a humane individual looks like because they've grew up in chaos and turmoil. So that's normal to them, and especially in the black community, chaos and turmoil. We've normalized that. Oh, that's just come with growing up in the black community. No, that's a generational curse that nobody is willing to address within that family, so it continues to go on.
It's gonna continue to go on. If don't nobody address it, it's gonna continue to go on. If you don't do anything different, it's gonna continue to go on. If you can't expect that type of generational curse.
That don't just go away.
It doesn't go away.
It got to be an intent behind to remove it.
Yeah, it got to be an intentional, everyday fight.
Every day, bro.
Every day.
That's fight. The bar, and sometimes it's just like a small thing towards it. Don't have, like we said, it ain't gotta always be something big, but working against it in a small way every single day, bro. Because some of these generational curses are very deep and ingrained, like through our language, through our food, through how we raise our kids, through what we watch, to the music we listen to. It's deep, bro.
Through what we teach them.
Dog, it's deep, bro.
Like, you think about just, the grandmas and grandpas, bro. Like, from what you see, bro. Like, it's
come on.
Like, man, like I said, I come from a real country, like, backwoods, Georgia type of vibe. And I feel like some of those stuff, some of those things that were taught to my grandparents and their grandparents have came down and trickled down. Like, and you could start to see why we haven't elevated. Like, I can start to see, even just with my, actions, sometimes I can see why, like, it's this instance right here that was like,
it's a trigger. It's a trigger, generational trigger. Yep.
Like,
it's like, there it is. And when it happens, you got to catch it like, that's what I need to work on. Because I be catching myself. Because sometimes I kind of get impatient or get angry a little bit. I'm like, there it is. Whatever that trigger was, that's what I need to capture that moment within my mind, store that in my subconscious, and consciously work on that.
I gotta consciously work on it. If you're not consciously working on it, it's never gonna
It's never gonna go away. It ain't something that just fades away, bro.
It was deeply rooted into us.
A lot of stuff that we just gotta start back being real with ourselves, bro. We all it sounds so good to we gotta push the culture forward. Bro, it sounds good. It's just some real work, bro.
It's like a fight, like
bro.
it's a
I don't think
job.
we really know where we at as a people, and just mentally, I don't think we know where we at. Cause, like I said, a lot of things that we've just labeled as normal is really chaotic and unnatural, especially to us, bro. We were very cultural people in ancient times, but we were very like organic, authentic culture people, and we've let so many different factors take us astray into where we've been in these things that's astray from our original culture for so long that our original culture looks foreign. It's like we dismiss that, like, no, that ain't part of us, because we've become so accustomed to these outside things that other people or other systems have given us that telling us who we are.
And they're just telling you who you are.
Oh,
like,
man.
they're not, man.
It's a real fight, and that's why we do this, bro.
That's what we talking about.
And we know we gonna step on some people's toes in these conversations, bro. But stuff can't get pushed forward if that's not happening.
Just who we are.
Like, I think first season,
but we also let me be frank though. We also are not saying we perfect.
No, absolutely
but
not, bro.
we're saying that we might step on our own toes
Exactly.
sometimes. Like,
Absolutely.
man, some experiences that we done been through ourselves to
bro.
where it's like, man,
we might have some realizations on camera. It's like real talk, and how we gonna have this set up. It's gonna be real organic to where y'all gonna be able to see that. It's like,
hey,
yeah, bro, and that's how you have to be if you really want to grasp people's ears and attention to. Because when you, I know y'all done heard people like they come off as so perfect and this and that. It's like, that feel fake. That feel phony, bro. It ain't nothing going on that bother you or.
come on.
I don't know, bro. I don't know about
Come
that,
on,
bro.
like, it ain't nothing that you disgruntled about in your personal life.
Come on, bro.
It's
just about being authentic, bro. And that's our main goal here.
It's being
give knowledge and be authentic, because I feel like when we speaking in our most authentic form, that's when we give off our best knowledge. Because this really felt like a conversation, like the camera not even on, bro. Like even when the camera cut off, we went up, we just right back into flow. And like I said, I might just leave a lot of this the errors in to let y'all know, like, we ain't trying to sit up here and make this seem like it's
none of the script. We don't have.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just
up.
None of that, bro.
Reading other cards.
We in my office. I had to rearrange things to even have this set up, and I'm gonna rearrange it back once we done. So, it's, you know what I'm saying? Being real with y'all, it's just But we here though. We here, and we here for y'all. We here for us, and we here for where this is gonna go. Keep supporting us. Anything you want to say before I close it out, bro? Cause I don't even know how long we even been.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm
just been
vibing. See how long we've been.
Probably like an hour and some change.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I would just say, like I said, work on those small agreements. I just got done reading A Gift.
That's something we can end off on every time, like a piece of literature or something, for sure.
Yeah. So I just got done reading one of my gifts, one of my mental gifts from a friend. They gave me the book of the 4 Agreements.
Oh, I've been meaning to get to that. How was that? How that's been?
I'll give it to you right after this.
Oh
no, I left it at work.
No, that's cool.
But I'm gonna bring it to
bet.
you. The 4 Agreements. Man, listen. Talk about just like freeing your mind, freeing yourself from that trap of being what people call it, an NPC, or being in the Matrix, or just being in one of those ruts where you just really feel like you're just working, or you really work.
You in that loop, yeah.
You're not. You know what I mean? You just in the cycle, continuous cycle. Freeing your mind from that, and by doing that, let me see. I got that.
Oh yeah.
The first one is, I know the first agreement and I just spoil it for y'all. The first one is to be impeccable with your word. The second one is don't take anything personally. A lot of the stuff we talk about, right?
So that first one, give them a little like just
To
a
be
quick like.
impeccable with your word. So it means more so whatever you say you gonna do it.
Stand on it, bro. I knew, and I just wanted them to hear that.
What that boy Drewski say? I stand on business.
Stand on business, man.
I stand on business.
Nah, for real.
Nah, you gotta stand on
Because the
business.
reason why I wanted you to point that out, because I made a YouTube video about that recently. It was just basically stand on business. Like you say you're gonna do something,
do it.
Stand on it. And just to go to a side point to where, you know, it's a lot of guys who be saying they don't get respect from women, this and this and that. But a lot of these guys, they'll say some things that they gonna do for their lady, or just say they gonna do things in general. And women are very observant. So when you say you're gonna do something and you don't do it, even if it's not necessarily for her, you just say you're gonna do something in general and you don't do it. That's you not standing on business. So in that moment, you losing bits of respect from her just off of that, bro. And just in general, bro, you become a more accountable person when you stand on business.
Yeah,
it's a superpower, bro. Because people trust your word after that.
You gotta stand on your business. So whenever you say, like I said, me and him, we with each other, I know for a fact, like when he say he gonna do something, he gonna do something. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, regardless of when it is. Like, you know what I mean? I think that like I said, being impeccable with your word. It's funny that Drewski video came out right after I read that. I'm like, dang. That's what he means.
Yeah, cause
and I know he's joking about it,
but real deal. Like I don't really make that part of my character. If I say I'm gonna do something, I want everybody around me to know. Like they should already know. Oh, he meant that.
Yeah,
cause he ain't gonna say it if he don't. Yeah, he ain't gonna say it. But what was the other?
The second one. Go ahead. I'm going to the second one. The second one is don't take anything personal. Don't.
Key.
We done already talked about this too. That goes into. Stop playing the main character. Stop thinking you're the main character.
Boy.
You take everything personal. Yeah. That just means you think you're the main character of everybody's story. You're not the main character of everyone's story. You're the main character of your story and your story only. Don't think that anything that someone else is doing is the cause you did something or didn't do something.
Right.
Don't please that's where a lot of people go wrong. When you take things personal, you then start to take the innocence out of things.
Absolutely.
Certain things.
Absolutely, because some things don't really be as serious or big as what you're making it, bro.
And a lot of times it's not.
Absolutely.
A lot of times it's not.
I've done that before in my past where I've taken things personally. I look back on it, I was like, that really wasn't as serious as I made it to be. You know what I'm saying? So just being real and being able to see like.
And to that kind of personal, but like it's like, it really ain't that personal.
Yeah, it ain't
like,
that.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it's people make these things personal because it sometimes I guess it strokes their ego to allow them to believe what the situation was, what the delusion that they created in their mind, so they wanted to match it. It's just, but sometimes it really ain't even that. Like it ain't that.
Well,
bro.
it's always what we talk about. Like sometimes it be on some. Like I wasn't even thinking about you when I did make this decision or something like that. And if I did think about you, I didn't think about it in a way that your perspective.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So I didn't think about it from your point of view. I thought about it from the point of view that I had, and I don't want you to be personally think that I thought it from every perspective, and I just solely had malicious intent.
Exactly.
So the more you don't take things personally, the more you're able to then let stuff just rub off your back.
And you become at a more powerful state too, because as soon as you start to take everything personal, now you're over involved in your emotions. And once you're over involved in your emotions, you're not calculating, you're not analyzing things. People, I said, over involved. So you still want your emotions to be involved in situations because it's a balance of the masculine and the feminine. But once you're over involved in any side, you're over analytical or you're over emotional, but it's no bueno. You know what I'm saying? Good. So I agree. That's
the next
2 great points.
What's the next one? Don't make assumptions. You assume that you can, and I don't want to spoil the book, but I mean, some people don't open books.
Yeah, so this is they form 100. Yeah.
So don't make any assumptions. So basically, what it means is don't assume that someone knows what you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Don't assume that someone. Again, another way of saying that you can assume that you are that important to someone.
Yeah.
You can assume that you are, you know what I'm saying, this for someone or that for someone, or just assume something. Ask questions.
Right.
Ask questions so that you get clarity. When you assume things, then that makes, you know, what I used to take from it is football. Assuming makes an ass out of you and me.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that it makes us both look bad.
It do.
Because not only are you assuming that I'm are you assuming that I'm like something that I'm really not?
Mm-hmm.
That
Off
could be
of preconceived
wrong.
notions.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not only are you assuming that, but you're also assuming that I don't have the wherewithal to go ahead and answer a question that you're gonna ask me that you don't want to know the answer, or that you may want to know the answer to.
Facts.
So I assumptions. When you make assumptions, then you're letting yourself down.
Yeah,
honestly.
you are.
You letting yourself down. You're setting yourself up.
You're setting yourself up.
You're setting yourself up to be let down.
Yeah.
If we being honest,
I agree.
because it doesn't it does nothing for you. And then you go around. What you do is you make an assumption, right? And then you go around and you get other people
buy into that.
To buy into that.